Thank you, Governor. Fort Hood is a national treasure. The men and women who serve here, they protect our nation. They volunteered to risk everything to protect our freedom, to protect every American. Unfortunately, Fort Hood has now twice in recent years experienced tragedy. And our heart breaks for the tragedy that has been experienced here. And yet I have to tell you, as the governor and I, as we traveled and visited with these young soldiers, in the midst of the tragedy, you find inspiration. In the midst of the tragedy, you see men and women coming together even stronger. You see stories of bravery and courage. We met with one young soldier who, with a bullet wound in his abdomen, stepped forward to save other soldiers and called 911 to help prevent even further loss of life. You see the inspiration of the first responders who, within minutes of the 911 call, were on the scene, acting and risking their own lives to stop further violence. You see the families and communities coming together. And this is a community that is a strong community. It's a military community. It's a community where love of service and love of our nation runs deep. I'll tell you one particularly moving conversation that the governor and I just witnessed was one young soldier who had been shot in this instant, asking the general, while recovering from bullet wounds, about the possibility of getting into Ranger School. What a terrific testament to the bravery of these soldiers, that even within hours from being wounded, he was interested in going forth and serving on the front lines, protecting our nation. Right now, today, millions of Texans and millions of Americans are praying for these men and women, are praying for our soldiers, are praying for the first responders, are praying for this community. And I would urge all of us to continue to lift these men and women up in our prayers. This space, this community will grow stronger. But right now we need to pray for continued strength, continued resilience, and we need to thank God for the courage and bravery of these men and women who risk their lives every day for our nation.